going to Alt. First, I got to open Discord. That's what I have to do first. Let me disable this, and then gaming window, display capture. Oh, let me make sure this game is saved. Save. Quit. Yes. Close out. Alright. And it should be, yeah, there we go. Should be good to go. I legit just downloaded emulators on my phone. I play the Game Boy. Oh, yeah, those ones are dope. Okay, so let me go ahead and open my Discord here. Please don't be any porn. Please don't be any porn. Please, no porn. Some of y'all be fucking me over, man. I had to delete like several streams before because I realized like pulling up the desktop thing and just like showing my desktop was just fucking ridiculous, man. Like, oh my god. All right. So we're gonna start with the one on here. So we'll start at the top. And then we'll just work our way down. Let's go ahead and close this. We don't need this available. And then we can move this to the side. Hold on. Let's see. Grab this and move this here. All right. So first dumbass question. Robin says, "Are you my real father?" No. No, I have no children, unfortunately. And fortunately, I feel like there are, if you're not financially set up for it, they might be a waste of time for you. Much like my brother's situation, like with his daughter, she's adorable. I love her, but my guy was not ready to have a kid, like at all. Plu or Happy? I don't fuck with Plu, because Plu is from One Piece, and I think One Piece is terrible. I just think it's just awful. Let's see. Are you my daddy as fuck? No. Are you my father? Okay, what is up with people and their like dad comments? Like, I just don't understand. Like, I understand that I'm more influential than the average person's dad, but like, come on, guys. Like, it's one thing to be like the OG homie, but like, to just keep making dad jokes is just fucking ridiculous. Why are bitch niggas calling you daddy? Because they're gay. At least spell it right. Spelled it wrong for comedic reasons. It's like, well, okay. Ass, tits, or thick thighs? I don't know. Given that this comment would mean that it's either this one, or the other one. Like, there's never both. So I would have to say it's a tie between tits and thighs, because I don't know what it is about thighs that I like, but just, you know what? I'm going to go tits, thighs, then ass. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. Tits, thighs, and then ass. So let's see. Aaron Edge says, let's see, what's the stupidest thing you've ever done? The stupidest thing I've ever done? That is a tough one. I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to move the chat over here, and I'm going to move this over here. There we go. Nobody will know now. I've done a lot of stupid shit. Like, a lot. I would have to say the stupidest thing I've ever done that I can legally talk about was creating a YouTube channel. That was probably literally the dumbest idea I've ever come up with, because it was at a time where, no, actually the stupidest thing I've ever done is something that I didn't do, and I stopped doing YouTube. That's what it was. So, Mini Kid said, do I get a hoodie? Yes, I already got the order confirmation. They're shipping it out to your house immediately. How far will you go for a friend? That is a very interesting question that Demonical asked. Let's see. I've actually gone pretty far for some friends. Like, theirs has been some shit where it's just like just short of stabbing a nigga, like for a homie. Like, I've gotten into fights for my friends. I've gotten into all sorts of crazy shit for my friends, man. So pretty far. I'd probably just short of murdering somebody. So like you know, obviously, like, within the confinements of the law, not trying to incriminate myself or anything, but, you know, the real question is, do you eat ass? No, that is an outhole, sir. That is disgusting. It's okay to have your asshole licked. It's not gay if, like, my girl were to lick my ass. That's not gay, okay? It's like having a bidet. Like, you know what a bidet is? It's like the toilet where it, like, shoots water at your asshole. Yeah, it's okay to have one of those, so. Best moment of your YouTube channel, and how do you try to improve yourself as a person every day? Oh, that's a really good comment. That's a really good question. Let's see. He said my boy sent me $50 and I've never physically met the man. He goes pretty far. That's because you my dog, Lucy. You my homie, bro. You like a brother to me. Let's see. Best moment of your YouTube channel. I would have to say it was when I hit 1,000 subscribers, but that was like, that's kind of lackluster compared to my first. I think it was my first hit video, which was the Darksiders 3 video that I have on my channel. It has, I think, 13,000 views. That was like the first big video I did on my channel, and it got the most views. I think it still has the most views to this day. And before that, I would probably say it's my Watch Dogs 2, well, my first Watch Dogs sponsorship with Ubisoft, because it was on my last channel, which is now Tony's channel. I did a video on like basically how to play Watch Dogs. Like, it was the first Watch Dogs game, and I showed people how to do online hacks, what to do when you're getting hacked, and like basically like a big tutorial video. And I got like 15,000 views, and that was on my last channel. And it was so big that Ubisoft themselves, like their official Twitter account, retweeted it. And so it got even more views. So that was probably like the proudest moment I had, like low-key the best moment. But I think the real best moment is when I figured out I needed to make my own personal channel, like just for myself. Did you really answer what you hope to get out of YouTube and making a video? Well, I'm going to get to that in a second, because there's still there's like tons of stuff to ask. So, can you shoot my school up on Tuesday so I don't have to take my science finals? Well, unfortunately for you, my guy, it is Thursday, so I'm not going to be shooting up any schools on a Tuesday, because the club goes up on a Tuesday. I'm not trying to be in jail. So let's see. What's the thing that could happen that will make you commit suicide? I don't know. That's a very odd question. That's a very, 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 very odd question. I don't know. I don't think there's anything that would, because usually I can get myself out of pretty much any situation. So, I mean, you know. How was your childhood? My childhood was terrible. Let's see. Okay, so I'm half black, right? I don't exactly look it. Is it okay for me to say the N-word? Yeah, sure. I don't care. Doesn't bother me. My childhood? I had a very interesting childhood. I made a whole lot of mistakes during my childhood, some things that I shouldn't repeat in public, and I've done some things that got me in a lot, like really close to like going down a terrible path as a person. So I'm glad I learned from those experiences, but my childhood, like I don't regret anything I've ever done. So what is there in your browser history? I'm not about to show that. Let's see. There's going to be some porn in here. I already know. Let's see. Let's go to history. This is it. Are we racist? And live video dashboard. Everything else auto deletes when I close Google Chrome. So, yeah. But I do have like specific Pornhub tabs. I can show you guys that, since some people want to know what type of porn I watch for some fucking odd reason. So, let's see. I have an entire thing of Sexy Lady of the Week. I have a folder full of context stuff, which is literally just porn. That's all this is just porn. There's literally all of this is just porn. So I'm not about to click any of that, but I almost did by accident. Let's see. How was your day? My day was actually really stressful today. Today I got I'm working on getting a car, so that's one of the big things that are going to change about the channel, is like there's going to be a lot more vlogs. There's going to be a lot more stuff to do. So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting after this point. Hottest 2D girl. Okay. I think the hottest 2D girl is, it's a tie between Faye Valentine and Frankie from Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends. Like, if you guys don't know who that is, hold on, let me pull it up. Let's see. We're going to choose Faye Valentine. So this is Faye Valentine. There's also a porn star named Faye Valentine, who I also really like. But she changed her name to like Faye Reagan or something. So this is Faye Valentine from the Cowboy Bebop series. She's one of my favorites. And then there's Frankie from Foster's home. Let's see, Frosters. No, it's Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Let's see. Yeah, Frankie. So yeah, she's also one of the hottest. So there you go. 2D or 3D? 2D or 3D? I don't have a favorite 3D girl. I don't have fucking Chun-Li. I don't have a favorite 3D girl as of yet. I wish I did. You like Bible Black? I know that's that weird anime people always talk weird stuff about. I don't watch anime. Sorry. Are you even going to respond to these questions? Blitz King said, "Boy, LOL." Yes, I'm responding to these questions. Where do you see your channel in the future? Just to give you guys, I'm going to tell you guys right now because I'm already past 1,000 subscribers. Yoruichi, let's see. What about Yoruichi from Bleach? She's the best dark-skinned anime girl of all time. I agree. Yes, she is. Abso-fucking-lutely. There's no question about it. Oh, you're working on the car vibe. Let me... Shit, let me hit that donate button. All right, Zach, you need to chill out, bro. You're already the highest tier available. Matter of fact, I need to make you moderator in my chat, so I have to do that pretty soon. All right, where do you see your channel going in the future? Well, my channel originally, what I wanted to do was get my first 1,000 subscribers, and create a day job off of that. And what that means is eventually I wanted to go back into doing film and like try to go back to Sony, try to go back to Fox and stuff like that, because having your first 1,000 subscribers is pretty serious in the entertainment world, because there's a lot of actual entertainers out there who don't have that type of following but are still like making tons of money. So really my YouTube channel was about establishing enough consistent work to get 1,000 subscribers. And after that, I was going to use sponsorships and partnerships and stuff and basically be all over the place. Like I wanted to like slow down on doing videos and do like 3 to 5 a week and then just be working on side projects all the time. But seeing as it's developing the way it is, you guys love the content that I make, I'm actually like a little worried sometimes because I feel like I don't make funny enough content, so I need to like break out and stuff like that. The only reason why I have it is because I feel like a lot of my stuff should be technical, it should be grounded and stuff like that, because when I go over the top and try to be funny all the time, it just doesn't usually work out. It doesn't work out all the time. What kind of content do you think you're going to be posting on YouTube in the future? I'm probably going to do more skits. I'm going to do more stand-up comedy because that's a huge thing that I wanted to do. My YouTube goal originally was I wanted to be just like Freddie Wong. When he first started out, he was just making little action films and stuff and putting them on YouTube. I wanted to do a lot of that stuff. But then I got into the music industry and I got into the film industry and I got into all this other stuff on the side and I just never did it. So one thing I will give away that I told people on Patreon I would do is that once a month I'm going to be doing a music video. So if that pertains to... A lot of people want to see me do the parodies again. The problem with doing those parodies is they take a lot of time to make, so it takes me an entire month. Like, it would take me an entire month to do a parody of a single trailer or a single movie or something like that, so I'll probably go back to doing that. I'll probably go back to doing the music videos of some kind, whether they be gaming, anime, or movie trailers or something, and I'm going to also be doing the comedy sketches. I'll be trying to do a lot of stuff. Let's see. You use Photoshop for editing photos? Yes, I do. Let's see. Then the next one is top 5 best cereal. I only have one favorite cereal, okay? And it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. If you like anything else except for Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you are literally an abomination and you need to go hide under a blanket somewhere and never come out, ever. You need to just stay in your room for the rest of your life if you don't fuck with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Let's see. YouTubers that you are subscribed to. Okay, let me actually show that list. I can actually show that list real quick. Hold on. YouTube. I'm gonna show the people I'm subscribed to real quick. So all of my subscriptions, obviously we won't be able to see them all, but like this, I'm subscribed to over like 200 channels. So, and I can explain a lot of them. So let's see. Browse channels. I wish I could just have like one big ass view. Let's see. All right, so just going from the top to the bottom. Fuck you, Jay. I need my Fruity Pebbles. Hey, bro. I mean, listen. He asked me for a top 5. I only gave him 1, so Fruity Pebbles is gonna be in there. Ask Gary V. I'm just gonna go over like the major ones. Gary V is my digital mentor. David Dobrik, yeah, I just recently subscribed to him. I used to like him as a Viner, and I just never followed him from Vine to YouTube. But Gary V literally runs my entire life. His like the things that he says literally are Bible to me. Then of course we have Afro Senju. I started following Afro when he was doing like early Naruto Dragon Ball content, and then I actually like talked to him as a person. He was really cool, so I decided to subscribe to his channel. Do you really watch all those people? All of these people don't make videos. That's the problem. I'm subscribed to my girlfriend's channel. I'm also subscribed to All Def Digital. A lot of this stuff is like music channels, so I'm subscribed to a ton of music channels. So I'm subscribed to these guys because I liked a lot of their like early stuff, and then when they had like Jay Snow and Cynthia Luciette hosting a lot of their shows and stuff, I thought it was really, really awesome. This is actually a network I want to sign with. As hard as it is to like get more subscribers and do more comedy sketches and stuff like that, I want to be signed to these guys because they have a huge comedy network. Like the fact that they can book shows like internationally just from being a YouTube MCN. So I really want to be a part of these guys. Every month I actually send in an application just so that way they can tell me no. Like they weren't telling me no at first, probably because I wasn't even relevant, but now that I'm like at 1,000 and I'm close, and the closer I got to 1,000, like in the 900 range, they started responding to my email saying, no, unfortunately you don't have the following we're looking for, you don't do the type of content we're looking for, because I do a lot of gaming stuff, but I also want to do a lot of comedy and a lot of sketches and stuff like that, so I'm working on that. I follow Andrew Schultz because he is Charlemagne the God's buddy that he does podcasts with. I enjoy a lot of the stuff he does. He's a stand-up comedian. I've watched a couple of his shows. Fucking hilarious. But not everything about him is hilarious, but you know. Then there's Anime Hip Hop. If anybody wants to know where I get my music from, Attic Stein, Anime Vibe, Anime Hip Hop, like a lot of these pages, Axion, Be Hillfire, a lot of these like pages, they have that stuff. Then of course I follow my boy Donnie, anime analyst, because I was really into Naruto content a long time ago. I wanted to be a Naruto channel early on, so you know he was one of my guys. My guy Avatar Yaya, who you guys should go and check out. I don't know what possessed me to start following him. Probably because I liked his content one day, because I was like looking at like YouTube stuff and I thought it was awesome. So like Naruto content and anime stuff, because I really wanted to get into the anime scene, and like he was somebody who was very inviting and wanted to talk to me, and like he had no problem holding Twitter conversations, unlike some of these other like bigger Narutubers and stuff like that. It was actually hard to really talk to them. So then we have more music channels. We have Beat Runner, Big Fry TV. I like this guy because he is he is dope. Like I really like Big Fry. I don't watch a whole lot of his content, but I'm subscribed to him on Patreon. So a lot of his like content that he makes is brutally honest gaming videos. Like he'll sit here and like slay people, just slay entire companies and shit. And I really like that. I've always wanted to be, if I was going to be a gaming channel, like a gaming only channel, and I wouldn't talk about anything else, this is the type of channel I would be, where I just shit on stuff. So but it's not like he just shits on stuff just to shit on it. He shits on it for legitimate reasons. Boogie2988, I don't really watch his videos. Somebody told me about him, and he had one video that was like he was talking about depression and stuff like that. So I thought that was really dope, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm just subscribed to him. I barely watch any of his videos. Brandon JLA. Now, very interesting story about Brandon. Brandon is actually part of Rocket Jump, who were Freddie Wong, Sam and Nico, Brandon, Dean. A lot of these guys were part of the original like Node, I guess you could say, or Rocket Jump crew, and they made live action skits and stuff like that. So I've always wanted to do what this guy does. Like, they're the guys who made Video Game High School, basically. Like, if any of you guys have ever seen, oh, thank you to whoever subscribed, thank you very much, man. If you guys have ever seen Video Game High School, Brandon and Freddie Wong are responsible for creating that. They're the ones who made that So big shout out to them. They are literally the reason why I started YouTube. Like, when they first started was when I was making like little homemade videos with my little flip phone, because I had like a sidekick and a razor back in the day, and like we used to shoot little skits. That's when I was like in middle school going into high school, and like just used to do funny shit. So I've always wanted to do like these action oriented skits and stuff like that. And then I'm also subscribed to Bravest Warriors because they post clips of the Bravest Warriors show, which I love. The show, it's on Cartoon, it's on Channel Frederator, which it's no longer on Channel Frederator because they decided to move it off of the YouTube channel and onto this shitty ass Verve app. Now the Verve app, I don't like it because it's just, it doesn't streamline a lot of stuff. So I watch a lot of my Bravest Warriors episodes on Kiss Cartoon because people just pirate it and then they just upload it there. But Channel Frederator I'm also subscribed to, so, and I'm also subscribed to Cartoon Hangover. So those guys, they're a lot of people who work on this stuff. They're really good animators. Literally, if you guys have not seen Bravest Warriors, it's like fucking hilarious. Like, you guys have to see this. And then of course I'm subscribed to The Breakfast Club. This account was terminated, so I'm not subscribed to this one anymore. I thought this was the official one. So they used to post like The Breakfast Club is the morning radio show on the... Do I watch Chowder? No. Not anymore. I used to a long time ago. Freddie Wong and Wong from Wong Fu Productions? Exactly. Yes. Him. Anyway, so the radio show, The Breakfast Club, if any of you guys don't listen to that, basically they used to upload 4 hours of content every single day from their live radio show, and so that channel got taken down. Only 10 viewers watching and 1,000 subs. How you deserve way fucking more. Hey man, not everybody is available at the time that I'm live streaming. So there's also an entire list of people on Twitch. So we have a couple of people on Twitch watching as well. So I'm subscribed to them because of Charlemagne the God, DJ Envy, and Angela Yee. Like, they're so inspirational. I enjoy watching everything that they do. Then we have Butch Hartman, who does the Danny Phantom and what's the other thing? Fairly Odd Parents. He's the animator for that. Then we have... I'm just going to go through the major ones and like skip through a bunch of stuff. We have Casey Neistat. There's no way I would have decided to do vlogs without Casey Neistat. There's just absolutely no way. Like, Casey Neistat is literally the epitome to like what vlogging should be like. Now, I started watching David Dobrik, who has a completely different vlogging style, who I actually really like. I like a lot of his videos. They're funny. Although, a lot of the stuff he says, yeah, they're staged, but it doesn't matter if it's staged because that shit is funny. So, let's see. Then Chase Jarvis, because I like his inspirational stuff. Chill Nation Cheese. Let's see. Clients Incoming. This is my buddy, BC. So his name is Brian. He does a lot. If any of you guys are looking to do YouTube stuff, this is your guy. Like, he has literally all the tutorials in the world. He like breaks things down like super easy. How to do tags, how to do titles, thumbnails, literally everything. So I learned a lot of stuff from this guy. Cody Ko. I think his commentary on a lot of stuff is funny. David Dobrik. I'm obviously subscribed to Deacon. Dormtainment. Elusive. Let's see. There's like tons of channels I'm subscribed to. The Freddie W channel got taken down? Oh, no. He just doesn't have a picture on it. Okay. Let's see. Fixed Tony, obviously. The Four Heavenly Kings. Giguk. Because he's my favorite person like to listen to when it comes to anime content. What's up, Flame Lord? He's my favorite person to listen to because he always talks to people as if they're not anime fans or they don't know very much about anime, but he also appeals to people who are huge anime fans. So, which is lit. So I enjoy that. H3H3, I absolutely have to be subscribed to H3H3 because they're a social commentary channel. Fucking hilarious. And I'm also subscribed to their H3 podcast now. And their Ethan and Ela page. I'm also subscribed to that as well. So there's like tons of channels. Like a lot of this How to Adult. That's how I learned how to do my taxes. iDubbbz. I think he's hilarious. iGaming Dude. He makes a lot of like... If you guys thought Heavenly stuff was bad, iGaming Dude, like he makes nothing but perv videos. Like literally everything. Top 5 sluts in gaming. Top 5 sex scenes. Shit like that. Like this guy is fucking hilarious though. I have to be subscribed to Jenna Marbles because she's just amazing. Like,
I love literally everything she does. I don't know what it is about Jenna Marbles, but I have to like sit and just listen to her. So it's just, I enjoy watching a lot of her content. I be shucks, because Tim De La Ghetto was a huge inspirational part of like me wanting to get into YouTube, and so was Ricky Shucks, because it was nice seeing you know, a brother out here really getting in, grinding on this comedy thing. He hasn't been able to hit 1 million subscribers yet because he's not really like too active on his YouTube channel. Like he doesn't like proactively like hustle that YouTube stuff. So whatever he's doing on the side, like his Instagram and like his Facebook stuff, dude, he is just like, he's funny to me. But he I really wish he was like more on his YouTube grind. My guy Infamous Jaleel, he's a really good friend of mine, man. This guy, he's hilarious to me. Like played a lot of hours with him and Lucid. Of course, I'm subscribed to Lucid Chaos, so why are you all not subscribed to Lucid Chaos? Jello Apocalypse, which is a little, it's an animation channel. They rarely upload though. They're the people who made the how to Tumblr, how to Facebook, how to Instagram, how to Twitter, and it's basically like animated shorts on like how to use various websites. It's all just fucking trollings, but it's hilarious. Like this Overwatch makes no sense one. This shit is hilarious. So check these guys out. Kevin LaShawn, he was a huge part. Seeing Expert Thief was one of the first big YouTubers I ever met, aside from like Freddie Wong when I used to work for him. Expert Thief, like, because I was working at this arcade in Culver City, and he came to this arcade, and I never really fully comprehended that like there's tons and tons and tons of YouTubers out there. But this guy, he was like really down to earth with me. He played Street Fighter and like Tekken with me. He totally kicked my ass in Street Fighter, so I really trying to get this guy back. So I'm like if anything, I really hope for a big enough audience one day to challenge this guy to Dead or Alive, because he claims he's better at Dead or Alive than he was at Street Fighter. And this grudge that I'm holding is 3 years old. So I met this guy 3 years ago, and he beat me at my place of employment in one of my own games that I play like all the time. So like I'm really like trying to get back at this guy. Let's see, is there anybody else? Here's Lucid Chaos. Obviously, a lot of you guys should follow him. That's my guy, man. I'm looking forward to when he finally comes back, make his return back to YouTube. I'm looking forward to when he improves his thumbnails as well. So I'm trying to make sure this video version's not going to be that long. No fuckers. I'm obviously like Drama Alert. I'm part of that too. Node, which is my favorite, like favorite gaming channel, except for the fact that they post shit that I'm not interested in. I used to be subscribed to Game Theory, but they made too many Nintendo-based videos, so I had to unsubscribe. I'm obviously subscribed to Nishing for a lot of like facts and stuff like that. Philip DeFranco is like, I get all of my news from Philip DeFranco, so I have to be subscribed to him. He's like literally the greatest YouTuber I've ever seen aside from PewDiePie. I'm subscribed to PewDiePie as well because I feel like his social commentary on a lot of things is very, like, I love watching the way he talks about things because he's very passionate about it, and I like to see his audience, how they respond to it. I like to read the comments for a lot of that stuff, at least the serious comments. What's up, Fable? What's going on, man? Then another channel I used to work for is Player versus Game. They're just like a journalistic channel. They don't post anymore. Philly D, his second channel. I'm subscribed to Pornhub as well. I have to be subscribed to the Pornhub YouTube channel because I just want to support Pornhub like that, and hopefully they give me a sponsorship eventually. That would be nice. Raina Scully, found out about her through SourceFed, which I wasn't really a fan of SourceFed, but I was a fan of Raina Scully, so I like to hear what she has to say about a lot of anime, and like even when she's not talking about anime, which she doesn't do anymore. She doesn't do like social commentary videos like she used to do before. Like she used to talk about a whole lot of stuff. She used to just sit and like talk about things that are her opinion. But now all she does is like, because she's a partner, she's the Crunchyroll ambassador or whatever. Now all she does is talk about anime. So I need to unsubscribe from her eventually. I used to be subscribed to Anna Akana as well, but then she got all social justice warrior-y, and I don't really fuck with that. So Rocket Jump, which used to be the original Freddie W channel, this is one that was just like crazy. Like I used to watch every video on this channel, man. Like every sketch that would come out when Freddie Wong would make a lot of this stuff, man, there was like no way I was ever going to miss a video. But now I miss literally everything because they don't ever upload. So, and then when they do upload, it's like shit I'm not really interested in. Like, it just takes them so long to edit videos. Screen Rant, because they make really clickbaity shit. Roberto Blake, he's really good for like learning how to do YouTube better and stuff like that. How your tags, SEOs, thumbnails, a lot of your stuff, how to make money off of YouTube. Like, I follow this guy like religiously. RIP to my boy S.Storms HD, because I feel like he's never coming back. I don't know, wherever this guy is, hopefully. Yeah, I'm subscribed to Liza as well. Yeah, I have to be subscribed to Liza Kashi. I liked a lot of her vines and stuff like that. A lot of these guys that he knows, I'm also subscribed to. I was subscribed to Papa Berto, but I had to unsubscribe because all he makes is Naruto content. And when he like started showing his face, I was like really uninterested, so I unfollowed him. ZZ Toasty I used to follow, but not anymore because he doesn't. When's the last time he uploaded something? I think it was like 6 months ago. So he just like up and died. So, you know, I don't really, I mean, if he's not making videos, yeah, 6 months ago. So I don't know what happened to this guy. Hopefully, I think he just like decided to drop out of YouTube. I don't know why, but whatever. I think it was that hacking thing. So Sky Williams, because he's fucking hilarious, and I like to support my brothers and sisters out here. I like to support black people at any endeavor that they do. So Shmoy Yoho, which was one of the original YouTube channels, like music video YouTube channels that I've ever gotten like really involved in. So a lot of their stuff is really good. Then my guy Swoozy, who I met in 2007, 2008, I think. I was a DOA player back then and a Tekken player, and I played him at this cross counter event in Super Arcade. Dude is wicked good at Kasumi on Dead or Alive, so you know he's a pro player. I would love to rematch him, but he's like a big time actor now, so you know he doesn't have time for the small people. Team 4-Star, obviously the Gabby Show, because I'm gonna marry her. I just love the Gabby Show. Like I just love this chick. Like she's just, oh man, there's just something about her that just drives me nuts. Like I just really love this chick. So then here's my other channel. This was my like second or third channel I used to be a part of. Hold on, let me actually play this video for you guys, so that way you guys can see what my original channel used to look like. I'm gonna play this clip for you guys, and then let me see. Don't fucking laugh at me, guys. Don't fucking laugh. Let me see. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. All right, but without getting copyright. So this was my basically the League of Super Awesome Gamers was me and my buddy Daniel, and we would go around playing fighting games, and we would go to different events and stuff like that. We would go to Super Arcade, we would go to World 8, we would go to Evo, we would go to all sorts of stuff and just like play games. Like we were the dynamic duo when it came to team fighting games, and like we played Tekken Tag 2 together. Hold on.
This is Jay.
I'm Dan.
And today we're getting started with 2 brand new characters, which you, well, at least mine.
Yours is new.
So we used to do a lot of co-op PlayStation All-Stars stuff, and like the reason why I stopped working on this channel with him is just because we had a huge falling out when it came to like it just, I don't know what it was, man. Like we were getting all these views and like doing all these things, but I felt like I was only doing all the editing and he was reaping all the benefits by going to all these events without me and stuff like that. So, you know, it just didn't work out. Obviously Tim Delgado I'm subscribed to. THQ at Nordic, Vale, Vengeful Wilberg. So video creators, I feel like if you're going to be a YouTuber, you really need to know who Tim Schmoyer is. He literally is like the go-to guy when it comes to like learning how SEO and stuff works. So without making that any longer, those are the channels that I'm subscribed to. I'm probably going to cut that part out and just make a whole separate video on that. Let's see. May I join your server? You have to donate to my Patreon, or I actually have to like you. Let's see. If you were to recommend an anime to someone, what would be the anime you suggest and why? Cowboy Bebop. Easy. Because Cowboy Bebop is one of those things where it's like a swinger type of anime where it's like more so about the music and the characters rather than the shit that's really going on. The plot doesn't make any goddamn sense at all, ever, beginning, middle, or end. None of it makes any sense, but it's just an adventure and a ride to take every single episode, and I love it. So that's what I would recommend. Let's see. What do you enjoy more, YouTube or design? JT asked this question. Well, obviously YouTube, but designing stuff, I like doing that because I can obviously like sell the stuff to people. If somebody likes something, I can give it to them. You know, I really do enjoy creating things that people are actually into. So that's something that I really like about doing design, but it's the same could be said for YouTube. So, why did you start YouTube and how long have you been doing it? It's been 2 years now, Captain Vox, and I just now hit 1,000 subscribers. So I started YouTube to create a day job and to just basically take advantage of the fact that I will never get over this. When I was an intern at Sony, and this was before I left, because I ended up getting fired for doing dumb shit, which we'll go over another time. When I applied for an assistant editor position, I had quite a bit of experience, but not a whole lot. And I lost to a guy who had 500 subscribers on YouTube. Now, I don't think that that's the main reason why I lost, but I really think it was a contributing factor. So at like that time, I was like, you know what? I need to create a moderately successful YouTube channel and like use that as leverage as, oh, well, we like your resume, but we don't feel like you're consistent enough or you don't have enough experience at this. Okay, well, let me show you my YouTube channel with 1,000+ subscribers and like all these views. This is all my thumbnails, my templates, all this. I created all of this from scratch. So it basically is use it as leverage to show I'm most likely more committed to doing something than your other candidates because they don't have YouTube channels that are as big as mine. So not only that, when you reach 1,000 subscribers, people really like normal people who aren't really like that deep into YouTube, they really take it seriously. So I had a whole lot of my friends, like when I posted that I hit 1,000, a lot of them suddenly just hit me up out of nowhere like, yo, congratulations, man, da 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 da. It's like, that's because niggas know the power of YouTube now. Let's see. I have max level and I beat the Crucible on Apocalyptic. Is that what you're trying to say? Okay, awesome. Thank you. We need one more person out here on Twitch. My guy needs affiliates. How much you gonna pay me for an art commission? None, Seeker. I'm not gonna pay you a goddamn thing because I can make it myself. Dogan asks, do you think that YouTube will ever be able to return to its former glory? Absolutely not. I think it'll either get drastically better from here because it's a very shaky spot that we're in right now, and I love to see creators quit. That's what I love to see. I love to see people drop out and be like, oh, well, I'm just gonna do Patreon stuff. I'm going to VidMe. I'm gonna do I'm gonna go over to Twitch and do all this stuff on Twitch. Cool, you do that. Divide your attention while I sit here and I figure out how to maneuver through YouTube properly, because YouTube is so big that it's not gonna go anywhere. I don't think YouTube's gonna die anytime soon because there are way too many bigger channels that aren't YouTubers. Like the fact that the Ellen DeGeneres show relies heavily on the millions and millions of views that they get a day to actually promote their stuff. Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, like a lot of these TV shows, they rely on getting their ads in front of people. Not just ads, but like when Game of Thrones drops a 60-second trailer, where do they drop it first? Television and YouTube. Because that is where you put your money. You put your money where people's attention is. And because there are so many people that are going to be... The fact that YouTube is so much more accessible than VidMe... Are you fucking kidding me? Who the fuck has heard of VidMe? There is not a bigger audience. You can never tell me that there's a bigger audience on VidMe than there is on YouTube. And that's what's so crazy is like a lot of people, not a lot, but like a lot of shitty YouTubers go to VidMe. Shitty YouTubers who can't adapt and figure out how YouTube works because it makes so many changes. But guess what? Life makes changes. So if you can't figure it out and you can't tough it out on the platform that is literally the biggest search engine on the entire fucking internet, you might as well just fucking stop. Are you serious? Go to where the audience is. Just because you're not getting views and just because you're trying to do clickbait and it's not working, or maybe that's not the thing for you. Maybe YouTube is not your thing. Stop. Like if it's not working for you, it's not gonna be for you, bro. You can't force something that's not for you. Try something else. Maybe you should be a mechanic. instead of a YouTuber. Maybe you should be a plumber. Have you tried these things? No, I don't want to be a plumber. No, because you're too busy trying to live somebody else's fucking dream. You're too busy trying to be one of these big YouTubers out here. I've never wanted to be a big YouTuber. I wanted to create a day job for my fucking YouTube channel. Are you kidding me? So a lot of these people are just piggybacking on the shit that other people have done. That's why people throw slander and they throw dirt on PewDiePie because he's so fucking successful. Because he was one of the first fucking people. He's literally a pioneer, guys. Like, he's somebody who decided, you know what? This YouTube thing, like, people are really paying attention to it. I feel like it's going to be a big thing one day. Let me start putting gaming stuff up on here. Let me do something funny. So it's like, that's why he's so successful, is because he decided to take something at its earliest stage and run with it. That's like people who get into the stock market. Being in YouTube is like being in the stock market. The longer you're in, the more you win. It's that fucking simple. Like, you use your leverage and your work to build on top of like shit. It just doesn't make any sense why people want to suddenly up and quit. But you know what? You do you. I'm going to stay right fucking here. I'm going to monetize my other platforms. But let me tell you how my thing on YouTube is, even if I made like tons of fucking money off of YouTube, right? Just off of AdSense, if I made tons of fucking money, it wouldn't matter. Because one of the rules as a billionaire or as a billion-dollar company or a Fortune 500 company or any company in general is when you have customers, you do not allow customers to concentrate. And so what customer concentration is, you don't want to be in a position where you could lose this one specific thing and then you're fucked. So if 80% of your revenue is coming from YouTube, you need to diversify. I personally don't want YouTube ever being more than 10 to 15% of my income. So that's why I have a day job. That's why I have an editing company. That's why I have a production company that I work for. That's why I'm trying to build an entire day job. And I have my 9 to 5. I have my 9 to 5 and then I have my 7 to midnight. And then after that, I spend a couple of hours editing and doing thumbnails that people pay me for. So that is where my bread and butter is. I make just as much money from that side shit as I do from my actual job. So it's all about just building up leverage. And that's all it really is. Like, if you're really sitting here thinking that AdSense is going to save my life, bro, let me tell you how fucking delusional you are. So, you know what, that's, you know, I don't think YouTube is going to return to its former glory. It's either going to get better or it's going to get worse. Personally, I like the YouTube TV thing that they have going on. Let's see. Also, do you think that people should judge by one action or the sum of all their actions in their life? That's a tough one, because I feel like a lot of people's actions do make up the type of person that they are, but I also think some people should be like, you know what, I'm not that person anymore. I don't do that type of thing. So I feel like a person's character should be judged. Well, first of all, you shouldn't be judging people anyway, because that's not your job. Because if you're worried about what other people are doing, then you're probably not doing something that you're supposed to be doing, but whatever. I think the sum of people's actions should really should give you the picture of who they are as a person. And really, I think like a lot of stuff in your past can help mold you both in a positive and negative way. So that's kind of a hard answer. That's kind of a back and forth answer. Let's see. Lastly, this is more of a personal question. Why do you pick on me? It was because the way I introduced myself, or is it because I'm a nigga? Okay, so Dogan, I pick on you because you remind me a lot of myself. Because you sit here and you sit in a voice chat and you try to please everybody and you want to be everybody's friend and stuff like that. And I'm just here to tell you, I'm here to bully you because it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. Like, you can't please everybody. Like, there's always going to be somebody that doesn't like you to not like you. I like you as a person. I think you're cool. What kind of bugs me out is that, like, almost every time you need to tell a story, you include, I'm a guy cheerleader. So please stop including that. I'm sure you don't do it anymore, but like it just like rubbed me the wrong way at first. I was just like, do you have to mention that every time you start talking? But like, you know, you're a nice guy. You're cool and everything. You're not that funny. I just have to say that because a lot of people who try to overextend to be funny, they come off as stupid. So you'll have like, it's like having that one friend that always wants to be included, but is never on the same page with the rest of the group. It's like the whole group will be laughing and having a good time talking about this one thing, and then you'll have that one guy, yeah, but then this other thing, and it's just some random comment out of the side. Sometimes you come off like that, so I don't really care for that, and it seems kind of fake to me. I know you're not a fake person, but whatever. Let's see. How much money would a man have to pay you to let him eat your ass? And then the responses are, what? Probably $10 million. $10 million and you can eat my ass. Absolutely. Let's see. You either suck dick or your mother dies. Would you suck a dick or no? And the responses to that are gay. You know what? My mom has been there with me through everything, but it might be her time, bro. I'm not, no, I'm sorry. It's just, I'm sorry, mom. It's just your time. Like, it just is. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm going to go with a confirmed no. No, I'm not sucking no dick. Let's see. LOL, none of these questions are being answered. What the fuck, Jay? You're holding out on us. I don't know what to tell you, man. Let's see. It's getting answered in the 1K special. Come on, man. Stupid. Let's see. Why do suffering and pain exist? So that way you can learn from them. If anything, your body's natural reaction to things, like when you touch something and it's hot and your body is like, ouch, this is hot, that means you're not supposed to do these things. You learn from these experiences. Now, unfortunately, Lawrence, in your specific situation, I know you have like a killer fucking disease where you have paper bones, bro. Like your skin is made of plastic. Like I feel really bad when I talk to you, because when you tell me that you need to go to hospital for this and that and this and that, and I'm like, fuck, man. It makes me feel more fortunate that I live the life that I live because of you. So, you give me a very good perspective on my life is not that bad. Not saying that you live a worse life than me, but I'm saying is I could have cancer, I could have a tumor, I could be dying. Like, it really like keeps me on the top of my shit to know that I could be worse off. So it's very, very like gratifying to me to be able to like humble myself and be like, you know what? I'm good compared to like the way other people have it. So my shit is not that bad. Let's see, nigga Hush. Let's see. How did you come up with your name, and what are your goals for YouTube or life in general? So I've already explained this a little bit, but Jakizi, my name actually came from, originally my name was JustJay Games, and I figured out that I didn't want to be a gaming channel by doing gaming content. So I took the gaming part out of my name, and it was Just Jay for a while. But the reason why that didn't stick with me is because when you search up Just Jay on YouTube, 50 channels came up before my name was shown. So I was like, no, absolutely not. And Heavenly at the time, he and I had just become friends. I think it was probably like a couple months in. And I was talking about, I want to do anime channels, and I want to do anime videos and stuff. And what's up, Owen? I want to do anime videos and stuff like that, and blah 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 blah. And he was like, yeah, well, that sounds cool and everything. Then he did a Patreon video, because that was when he first started doing his Patreon, and I donated like $10 or something. And he made a specific video. I'm gonna have to ask him for that video just so that way I can put it in this video. It was my personification is Gajeel from Fairy Tail, and like it was so funny because like these guys came up and it's just like, Lord Jay, we brought you riches and wine and fresh virgins, and it was just like, first of all, my name's the name's JustJaySama, and don't forget it. And it was like, at that moment I realized, yeah, Sama, that is the way to go. So I changed my YouTube name to JustJaySama, although it didn't reflect until this year because the YouTube URL. Let me tell you guys what my YouTube URL was, because thank God I no longer have it. Because Just Jay Games was not available because it was owned by some dead channel that doesn't upload fucking videos, so thanks a lot. It was Just Jay Games for you. That was my channel URL. So when you tell somebody to go to youtube.com/JustJayGames for you, it's like, what type of fucking name is that? It doesn't make any goddamn sense whatsoever. So it changed to JustJaySama, and I only recently was able to change my URL. So I thank Heavenly Controller for the Sama portion of my name. So if ever, make sure you guys go tweet Heavenly and ask him about that Patreon video, because he still has it. And it's one of my favorite videos of all time. I just love it. It's fucking hilarious. So Madara or Aku, they're the same person. Doesn't count. Let's see. He's not wrong. LOL, Jay said he's going to answer them in a video. I mean, maybe I'm not subscribed to Jay. Well, I mean, what the fuck are you doing leaving questions then? I just don't understand. Anyway, let's see. LOL, you good? Let's see. Will you screw someone over to reach your goal? I want to say no originally, but it depends on the level of screw them over. Like, I probably wouldn't screw one of my friends over just to get like 1 million subs or something, or like for a couple $1 million, or for a chance to work on like a Marvel film or something. But then again, I feel like with my set of friends, they would understand. Maybe not like shoot one of my friends in the chest or something, but then again, my friends would understand. like that's the thing about my friends, is a lot of them would understand the bigger picture, so they wouldn't be personally offended. Now, I do have a couple of friends who like they're really petty about stuff, so like even the smallest things like upset them, so I probably wouldn't want to fuck them over. And if I would, that's the end of our friendship. Like, we're not being friends after that. Like, yeah, I just shot you in the chest for $1 million, we're not friends anymore. Like, and by the way, this is my million, you don't get a part of this just because I shot you in the chest. So how much for you to sell out? Like, sell out as in go back in my values? Like, if I were to say something is shit, or I don't like a company or something, and for me to actually say, yo, this is really good, and just lie to people, it would take $10 million. Or at least $5 million. Which, no, honestly, like, that number will probably get a lot lower depending on my circumstance, but it'll probably get a lot higher depending on certain things. Because I feel like every person has their price tag. It just has to have enough zeros and commas in it. But I don't know. It would have to be a lot for me to sit here and like play an Assassin's Creed game or something, and Ubisoft pays me like $500,000 to say the game is good, but it's actually shit. Even then, I'd be like, I'd find a way around it. I'd be like, the game needs improvements, but like, I'd find a way around it. So I have a silver tongue, bro. I can figure my way out. Let's see. How much do you need to make the movies you were talking about? I feel like it's not money I need, it's experience. I need a lot more. Hashtag fuck Bethesda. Exactly. Yeah, thanks, Balls Deep. Yeah, I'm never, ever. Doesn't matter how much you pay me. I'm probably never going to work with Bethesda ever. Unless they like, I need like a handwritten apology from like their entire PR department, like every single person. That's the only way. They don't even have to pay me. Just pay me in apology notes. Like, I want them to be handwritten. I don't want them shits to be typed out. Everybody at Bethesda, like everybody, CEO, CFO, everybody has to just like, for us to work with this one guy, like we all have to sign this. Like, yes, you all have to fucking sign this apology letter. So, I would definitely sell out for that apology letter though. But yeah, to make certain movies and stuff, I feel like I need to be at a different position in my life, because I can make some dope shit with $1 million, but do I need $1 million to get it done? That's what I'm saying. It's like, I wouldn't really know. Let's see. Would you kill an innocent child for 9 bill subs? For 9 billion subs, no, because subs don't equal money. So that's pointless. Like, I can get 9 billion subs, like, whatever. Who cares? There's not even, like, PewDiePie only has 57 million, so 59 million now. So if he doesn't even have 1 billion, so, you know, subs don't mean anything. And according to this guy, subs don't mean shit. Let's see. Would you suck/perform sexual favors for the entire Discord for $1 quadrillion? Absolutely. $1 quadrillion? Absolutely, bro. Because that number is so unfathomable, like, you can't even spell it correctly. So, not only that, when people ask, how'd you get all your money? Nigga, I ain't got to tell you. I could probably hand most of you $100 to shut the fuck up anyway. So, most of you guys will shut the fuck up for $20. So, let's see. What about 9 billion view videos each? Nah, because that sounds like a bot. That sounds like bullshit. Besides, like I said, guys, you don't want AdSense to be 10%. Now, if I had 9 billion people give me $1 on Patreon, absolutely. Hell yeah. Man. How creative do you get when you're broke doing YouTube? Well, really creative, because a lot of times you don't have a green screen. You got to figure it out. All right. I have these like poles. I have my microphone stand. I have this stand. I have microphone stand over there, and I just like if I needed to use a green screen, I would take a blue one instead of green, because you can use blue, green, or black to do green screening, or white also works sometimes. And I would just like put my microphone stand here, pin my blanket to the wall, and then I'd have an instant green screen. But the fact of the matter is, I don't have enough of these lights. So if I had more of these lights that I could actually do more stuff with, then yeah, absolutely. But I only have one, and the other set belongs to my girlfriend, so she has a lot of that stuff. Let's see. J-Dog asks, your favorite arc in Naruto, Shippuden, and Bleach? That is tough because Bleach, I like all of it. It's a really hard choice to choose. It's probably going to be during the Arrancar arc when they're fighting in Hueco Mundo, and it's Kenpachi and Byakuya against Yami. I think that is probably one of my favorite like areas. But I think the fake Karakura Town arc where they fight Aizen is my favorite. But I also really like the one where where Shinji and his squad and like all of his buddies are getting turned into hollows. So I like that. I think that one's dope. And my favorite arc in Naruto Shippuden was probably when Jiraiya taught Naruto the Rasengan. I think that was probably like really dope. I think the best is probably when Jiraiya died. Obviously, that was like really emotional. And any of the Kakashi solo episodes, which there was like 2 or 3 episodes, so those were lit. It's not a single arc in Naruto that I'm just like, oh yeah, like woo, fuck yeah, absolutely, I have to watch this. So, let's see. Would you ever do a chapter review or for a manga series you enjoy? All right, Owen, catch you later, man. Thanks for coming through, bro. Would I ever do chapter reviews? I'd create a whole separate channel, and they'd have to be different. Like, the way I would do chapter and manga reviews would be completely different than the way anybody does them now. So, yeah, absolutely. If I thought I would get somewhere with it, but number one, I don't really like a whole lot of anime. Number two, it would be a whole lot of work and very little reward. So maybe I'll try it out in the future, but as of right now, I don't think that's something I'll do, but definitely remind me later on. Let's see. Do you pour cereal or milk first? That's a dumbass question. Cereal, obviously. Cereal goes first. Because then how will you know how much milk to pour? You're basically like allocating as much cereal as you need milk. So it's like, what? So, and I always go with the 1/3 rule. You should have 1/3 of your bowl should be like 1/3 of how much cereal you have, not your bowl. Because you have a big ass bowl. And just use 1/3 of how much cereal that you have to perfectly balance out how much milk you're supposed to have. So, my favorite burger, that would be the barbecue Hawaiian bacon burger that I've created. So it's basically either barbecue chicken or, you know, a beef patty, well done, barbecue sauce, pineapples, barbecue sauce, more barbecue sauce, lettuce, tomato, possibly onion if you want, maybe banana peppers to spice it up if you need to be. It'll be an episode of Food Wars when I finally show you guys like some of the food that I make. So, have you ever had a near-death experience? I've been stabbed twice. So that's been something. I've been jumped quite a few times in my middle school because I thought I was a badass coming from Long Beach to LA, and I was just like, that was like during a very, very terrible like point in my time, like where I grew up in one area and everybody was like, you know, like gang this, gang that, and then I went to a place where like it wasn't so gang oriented, and the few people that I did run into, like I just got into some crazy shit, dude. So I ended up in the hospital a couple of times. Let's see. Do I love thoughts? First of all, nobody loves thoughts. I love to think, but you know, thoughts and like hoes, nah, absolutely not. You can't love these hoes. Have you ever been to another country? No, I haven't. The closest I've gone to leaving this country is going to Florida, which is basically like going to a different country because the shit that they have going on down there is just fucking crazy. If you could travel anywhere, where would you go? I would go to, well, more and more I'm looking to go to Japan because I think that would be a lot of fun. I would love to go to Amsterdam. That's somewhere I would love to go. I would love to go to London. I would love to go to France. Several places in the UK. I would love to visit the Vatican. I would love to go to Rome. Rome is definitely somewhere I would absolutely fucking love to go. And Canada. I would love to go to Vancouver too. That would be dope. I'm getting mad notifications right now. Somebody sent me a friend request even though I don't know them. Like I don't understand why you would send a friend request and you don't know me on Discord. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Let's see. And do you live with your parents? Yes, I did move out on my own for a small portion of time. It was just a couple of months. Couldn't maintain the rent, and I had to move back home. So, yeah, when you guys move out, make sure you're ready to move out. Otherwise, it's really embarrassing when you have to come back home. So, who's the thickest in Attack on Titan? Armin. Duh. That's not even. That's come on. You watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? No, but I talk to Rensho a lot about it, and he usually tells me a lot of stuff, so it seems like something I would want to get into, but I would want to I think if I ever did like a manga review or chapter reviews or something, I would create a whole channel just based off of JoJo's, and just read all of JoJo's every single day and just do like recaps and stuff. So, Would you sub to a channel that is smaller than yours? Yeah, I'm subscribed to a lot of channels. Like, way smaller? Yeah, like 10 subs, 15 subs. JaySama's a perfect example. I'm subscribed to him. I like the content that he makes. I think it's dope. I like his opinions on a lot of stuff. Plus, I see a lot of my, like, early self in... Alright, Kaze Combo, I'll catch you later, man. Thanks for coming through, bro. Remember, the video version's gonna possibly be up tomorrow. If not, it's gonna be up on Saturday. I like the approach that JaySama has. He reminds me a lot of myself. Like when I first wanted to do YouTube and like be a gaming channel and stuff like that. So, you know, I really look forward to seeing how he develops, especially the fact that I like talk to this guy a lot. So I'm like constantly hitting him up on Twitter, like do this, do that, like this thumbnail would be better. I'm going to take the, like, this is a good idea. I'm glad you did this, make this type of video. So, you know, if you're making dope content, then absolutely. But you actually have to make content. That's the thing, is you don't stay a small channel forever if you're constantly like JoJo's ASMR videos. That would be dope. Yeah, that would be dope. And I would just like do all the voice lines and everything. Yeah, if you small channels don't stay small forever. If you're constantly putting out content, you just get bigger and bigger. Lucid Chaos is a perfect example. Infamous Jaleel is a perfect example. Superjet is a terrible example, but I wouldn't say terrible because he's growing very slowly. So, you know, is dope. Like a lot of these guys are like, their channels are way smaller than mine. So there's a couple of guys who I'm subscribed to that are like 200, 300. So, you know, I watch a lot of their stuff because they're funny. But the problem why they're not at like my level or above my level is because they don't put out enough content. So content. No problem, JaySama. Keep making dope content, man. Let's see. How tiring is it for you to be getting so much pussy on a daily basis? Well, seeing as my girlfriend is out of town right now, the pussy well is dry. So when she comes back, it's like every 2 to 3 days, like it's lit. So having a girlfriend is probably one of the greatest things ever. But they have to be on the same page as you. She's on her YouTube grind. She's on her acting grind. She's hustling. You know, she does stand-up comedy. She's out here putting in work. So that's why I love this chick so much. Let's see. What's the thing you won't forget from being a YouTuber? Man, this portion of my YouTube career, this portion right here, before I reach 1,000 subs, everything before now has been dope. You know, learning about a lot of new anime, meeting a lot of you guys, talking to a lot of you guys, being a part of this entire Discord community, like a lot of this stuff I really love. I love interacting with you guys, live streaming. So it's never going to be a point where I'm not doing this stuff. So let's see. Have you read any doujins? Yes, a couple, back when I was like really into anime. Like there was a couple of Naruto ones I liked, some Bleach ones that were just like out of control. I don't read any like real doujins with like plot and stuff like that. It's basically just fucking hentai. It's just fan art hentai. That's all it is. Do you live stream every day? I would like to live stream every single day, but unfortunately a lot of like hurdles get in the way because I work from home. So I work from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. And usually I would like to start the stream at 3 o'clock. Sometimes I fall asleep. Sometimes I take a nap and then wake up just in time. Sometimes I go for a run. Sometimes I go to the gym. I get something to eat and I miss it. Or, you know, like I would like to live stream every single day. So I'm trying to get to that point. But right now I need to make sure that I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday with an optional Saturday and the Sunday podcast. Those are the guaranteed days. And if not, then I always stream a day before. So like if I know I'm not going to be able to stream on Wednesday or on Friday, I try to stream on Tuesday or Thursday like I am today. So there might not be a live stream tomorrow. Hopefully I can though. My favorite anime of all time is Cyborg 009 because that one has a nostalgia factor to me. Because when I originally watched that, it was on Toonami. It used to be Dragon Ball Z, but Dragon Ball Z, like as I like sit back and like I really pay attention, like it's not the greatest anime ever. So then there's also Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh's up there for me too. So Cyborg 009 hit me really hard, and so did Cowboy Bebop, because at the time I was kind of like a loner, like if that makes any sense. Like I used to keep to myself a lot. I wasn't very ambitious and stuff like that, and seeing like different characters and personalities in Cowboy Bebop and Cyborg 009 and Inuyasha all at the same time kind of just like resonated with me. And Cyborg 009 stuck out the most because the main character 009 or 009, I forget his real name. I think it's like Coda or something. He was kind of like an outcast a little bit in his real life before he became a cyborg. And like he was really shy about a lot of stuff, but he was like really fucking powerful. So that's I've always liked that. So and some of my favorite anime characters are from like classic anime, like Inuyasha, like Sesshomaru and Naraku. Like they're some of my favorite anime villains and shit like that. So I've always like sided with villains and shit. So there was a couple of villains in Cyborg 009 that I really like digged. Let's see, if you could go back in time, what piece of advice would you give your younger self? Keep doing YouTube. Absolutely, just keep doing YouTube. If not keep doing YouTube, it would be stay consistent with whatever you do, because I used to work at this nightclub and then the manager ended up quitting and then I ended up managing it and then the place shut down and then I was able to get it back up. Like there's just so much stuff that I've done in life that I really wish I would have kept doing because I would have made like drastically more money. Don't go to college. That's something. Actually, you know what? No, definitely go to college, but don't get like a drastic loan. Like just fucking figure it out. Like whatever you do, figure it out. Hustle more. That's definitely something. That's a piece of advice I would give myself. So, let's see. And then we're almost at the bottom here. If you were to live in an anime, which one would it be? It would probably be Yu-Gi-Oh! Because to play a children's card game and to have the entire human society like be so involved in a children's card game. But then again, I don't want to get sent to the Shadow Realm, so that might be some fucked up shit. But if I can avoid that, then absolutely, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Definitely. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? Probably not. No. Let's see. How do you think about wannabe YouTubers without skills? I think they're just not putting in the work. That's what it is. They're not putting in the necessary work to be better YouTubers. So you have a lot of people out here thinking they want to be a YouTube gamer, a YouTube vlogger and stuff like that, but they don't want to put in the work. They're not putting in the hours to really learn like what it is to like do these things. Like that's why I vlog. I think me vlogging gives kind of like a small insight and a small perception as to what it's like to be a gaming YouTuber. Let alone trying to also balance out with regular content. So I think people who don't necessarily like know the work, they're not really sure what they're getting into. So a lot of them kind of like linger around in between 100 to 400 subs. So when you finally figure out like, hey, this is really what I want to do, you start doing it. And then sometimes you figure out that's not the thing that you want to do. But you wouldn't know that because because a lot of people just don't do it. So, play any MOBAs? I play Smite. Smite I used to play a lot with Naishing, so that was a lot of fun. Ever get dumped? Yes. I actually, funny story. This one girl, I used to date her in middle school. No, it was middle school. And you know, we were dating for probably like a good 3 months or whatever, and she just decided one day that she didn't want to talk to me anymore. And then when I asked her why, she was like, well, my friend bet me $100 that I couldn't date you for 3 months. And I was like, bitch, are you serious? Like, I wanted to murder that girl. But she a hoe now. You know, she got 3 kids and 3 different baby daddies. So, whatever. Fuck that bitch. So now we're going to move on to the AMA channel in my Discord. There's quite a bit of stuff in here. So we'll try to get through that as fast as possible because this is going to be a 2-part, maybe a 3-part video. Let's see. Is this a meme? Yes. But Jay, we technically know everything about you. Maybe. Let's see. Worst game you've ever played. Worst game you've played recently? That's a tough one. I've played a lot of shitty games recently. I feel like Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 was kind of surprisingly shitty. I thought it was going to be better, but I mean, Naruto Storm 4 was probably one of the most recent shit games I've played. Attack on Titan was really good. Yeah, I haven't played maybe Mass Effect Andromeda. So, you know, I don't know. I've only played a little bit of Mass Effect Andromeda because it was pirated. So, yeah, so let's see. What about on Twitter? I think the Twitter one should be in here. I think I posted them. Let's see. Oh, Jay, ultimate question. Tits or ass? I've already answered that. Tits, thighs, ass. So, just to reiterate. And Deacon asked this silly ass question. Do you think that with all the backlash in America, black comedians will be taken seriously in the new white America? I feel like that part was a troll, but at the beginning was like, it was pretty good. Let's see. Or do you think that with the seriousness going on in these hard times, people will turn to comedy now more than ever? Half of that is like, is a real question. The other half is just you fucking trolling Deacon. So, I think it's becoming harder to be a comedian, not just black comedians. I feel like it's becoming more and more difficult to be a comedian because everybody's so fucking sensitive about everything. Everybody wants to be triggered. Everybody wants to be offended. Like, you can't do anything without offending people. Whereas back in the day, if you were gay, you got made fun of. If you were ugly, you got made fun of. If you were a boy thinking you were a girl, you got made fun of. And that made you tougher as a person. At least back when I was a kid, that was a thing. But now everybody's just like so sensitive and they want to cater to shit. Like, if I ever got to a point where people were like backlashing at some jokes that I ever said, I'd be like, so? Like, everybody gets bullied. Everybody gets made fun of. If you don't get made fun of, the world gets soft and we give out participation trophies, which I don't fucking believe in. So, can I ping Deacon? I can't answer that. What is your career path from YouTube? How will YouTube branch over into other things? So YouTube, like I said before, YouTube is a leverage platform that I will use to showcase my work and the things that I've done and my effort and my 1,000 subscribers that I have acquired and build a business out of that. Because there's no way, like, think of it this way. And I like this question, Ziggy. Thank you. Think of it this way. If I were to start a business, right? And let's say my business was marketing and promotion and stuff. And somebody says, you don't have any experience in that. Oh, I don't? I learned how to market, promote, use SEO. Yeah, SEO, use Twitter, use Instagram, use Facebook, use YouTube to my means to get people to look at things. So there's no way you can tell me that I'm bad at marketing because clearly you saw that I'm good at it. Or maybe it's a situation where somebody needs me to do flyers or edit a video for them. And it's just like, yeah, but you don't have any experience. I don't? Do I not have over 3,000 thumbnails on my channel? Like, come on. Plus, I make thumbnails for other people too. So there's no way. And banners? Like, come on. There's no way you can't tell me that I can't make a flyer for you. Edit videos, obviously you see I have hundreds of videos on my channel that have accumulated 1,000 people to say, hey, you know what, I like this content, I want to follow this content, I want to see more of this. So, you know, it's a real thing. And then we get to some of the older ones. Let's see, are you butt or boobs? Man, boobs, obviously. How do your parents feel about you doing YouTube? Do they support it? So Vox, I think this is a very good question because a lot of people are embarrassed about doing YouTube and stuff like that. It's interesting because my mom, she kind of gets the grasp of what it's like doing YouTube. She hasn't seen she's seen a little bit of the monetizable stuff on there because I've gotten donations before. I've gotten a few sponsorships before. So she knows that there's money in it. She just wants me to be happy. My dad, on the other hand, he's just like, yo, it's lit. There's going to be so much money. He's saying that now, but starting off when I was literally just playing video games and making videos, neither of my parents really understood it. My mom doesn't really pry into my stuff a lot, but I feel like you're asking me this because there are people who want to do things who friends and parents don't really believe in it and stuff like that. You can do whatever it is the fuck that you want to do. And I say that because it's super easy to really get into, just think of the internet as you being able to contact anyone, literally anyone. If you want to tweet Chris Brown, or if you want to tweet Tyga, or if you want to tweet, Philip DeFranco, or if you want to tweet some of your like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, there is a small chance that they will respond to you. If you want to give them your reel, you want to give them your mixtape or something like that, there is a small chance that they will see it and respond to you. You can't do that in real life. So the fact that we live in a completely different time where there's literally an entire network of ways that we can contact people and ways that we can become famous, or ways that we don't have to become famous, ways that we can put in our version of hard work. Like think of it this way. In our parents' generation, at least my parents' generation, because I'm 25 and my mom's like 50 something and my dad's like 50 something. In their generation, hard work and actually physically doing things was work. Now, that's not even a thing. I can't even comprehend doing actual work. Because I work from home, I no longer have to work retail. I no longer have to work some job at the mall. I don't have to do some fuck shit like manual labor if I don't want to, because I can figure out ways to make money from home. This is a thing that exists. There are so many outlets, and sometimes older people don't understand that. So neither do some of our friends, because they're just like, oh, I'm the cool person or whatever, and I don't believe in any of the shit that you're trying to do. So there's going to be a lot of people that doubt you. There's going to be a lot of people that think what you're doing is stupid. But you know, and I think that's the most important thing, you know where you're going and you know what you're doing. It is very important to not give a shit about what other people are saying or what other people are thinking, but do you. That is the thing. The most important thing is that you like what you're doing and that you enjoy what you're doing. If anybody tries to tell you different, fuck them, okay? If they say you can't be a YouTuber, you can't get 1 million subscribers, Jay, there's no way you're gonna get 1,000 subs. Fuck you, I did. Guess what? All of the people that I've ever worked on previous channels with, who are they hitting up right now to be like, yo, congratulations, I see you popping, yo, do you want to do something? Fuck you. I don't want to do shit with you. Because when it was like hustle time and when it was grind time and it was like, yo, we got to do videos, we got to learn how to do SEO, we got to learn how to do proper thumbnails, we'll get to it later, we'll figure it out. Niggas was not taking it serious with me. Now that your boy is hot shit, they want to come knocking on the fucking door. Get the fuck off my front porch, bro. Get the fuck out of here. So it's very important for you to do you. Put your head down and hustle. Don't worry about anybody else. It doesn't matter how old you are. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 25, 35. Does not fucking matter what anybody tells you, because if somebody has done it before you, you can also fucking do it. You may not choose the same route. Your route may not work the same way. You know, you say, oh, I want to be a big gaming YouTuber like you, PewDiePie. But then the more and more you put together gaming videos, you realize, I don't want to be a gamer. I want to be a commentary channel. I want to be a vlog channel. I want to do this. I want to do that. YouTube can still be part of your thing, but it's just, you wouldn't know if you don't try it. And shut the fuck up and do the work. It's that simple. So that's what I have to say on that. Let's see. What inspired you to do YouTube? Freddie Wong. Freddie Wong was one of my favorite channels, like, of all time, seeing them do skits and, like, really make movies, make entire movies out of YouTube videos. So, what's your favorite food? Pizza. Absolutely. Pizza, without a fucking doubt. I love pizza. There's no way I would be able to survive in this world without pizza. Which, matter of fact, I need pizza today, but the problem is I don't have no money. So, I might be fucked. They not working hard enough. Exactly. I honestly want to be like Jay, working at home and shit. Nah, man. I had to, honestly, and I say this in the least gay way possible, I had to suck a lot of dick and just like kiss a lot of ass to get to where I was. Because working for 3.5 years off a GameStop salary, dude, that was fucking torture. Okay, working at a dead-end arcade that ended up firing you because they couldn't keep the doors open because they didn't want to listen to your ideas, that is fucking embarrassing. Working at the mall, even though at a shoe store, even though you don't really care about shoes, and you know, selling clothes and shit like that, that was fucking miserable. I basically have done so much stuff that I don't want to do, and I failed at so much shit to know what I do want to do. So I earned the ability to be here. So I'm not saying that you can't do it. I'm saying is like, do the work, do the research, and get to the point to where like, wow, you're happy with what you have. I'm happy and grateful for what I have. So, you know, everything happens for a reason. Exactly. So, what do you plan to accomplish from doing YouTube and why? I want to go into stand-up comedy. And I say that so wholeheartedly and so confidently because after going to see Dave Chappelle live, I realized, like, yes, this is something that I want to do career-wise, comedy. Like, I want to make people laugh. I want to make people, like, maybe even if I don't go into comedy, maybe me doing comedy and trying to do it more and more, because I've done a couple of stand-up shows, and I was, like, great for a couple, and I was awful. God fucking awful. Got booed off the fucking stage a couple of times. So maybe it's going to take me to do a lot of these things to realize maybe I need to do something else. But I won't know unless I try. So I want to do that, and then I also want to make films. I want to do some like dope Casey Neistat level shit, and like bigger than that. Like I actually want to make movies, and that was like, I realized I wanted to make movies like during like the first couple of X-Men movies, and I like to play pretend. I don't know if anybody else does this, but from time to time when I'm by myself, or even when there's people around and I'm walking around in the room, I'm thinking of sound effects when I walk. I'm thinking of like, what would it be like if I was the Black Wolverine? And I'm just like chilling in the living room, just going, so watching a lot of superhero movies just made me want to play pretend, even as a grown-ass man. So I just love like performing, like being extra dramatic about shit. That's why I'm so all over the place, guys. Like, this is just who I am all of the fucking time. Like, could you imagine seeing a movie where there's a character who literally never shuts the fuck up? Like, that would be me. How much money do I make? Not enough. To to answer that truthfully, my day job brings me about $20 an hour, and everything else I charge by the hour. So if I work on somebody's flyer, I charge them hourly, and that's usually like $12 an hour if I really want. Like, it's not a ridiculous amount of money in the state of California, but everywhere else, like when I tell somebody else like how much money I make during my day job, they're just like, what? That's a ridiculous amount of money. No, it's not. It's really not. Like, I swear to you guys, like as much money as I make, this is my bills. Like, they're dead like at the same pace. So, and I don't have a problem talking about like how much money I make, because there's nothing anybody can do about it. I think having this conversation about how much do you make is a very good conversation to have. That's why it's a little weird for YouTubers not to talk about how much money they make, because it gives other YouTubers in the same bracket or lower brackets like ideas on what you should be making at a certain point. So when you see some of your favorite YouTubers and they don't discuss how much money they make and stuff like that, it's kind of like telling. Like, it's either A, you're embarrassed about how much you make, or B, you just, like, there's some type of legal reason, or C, you don't want people to know. Like, if you don't want people to know, okay, fine, I get it. That's your right. That's your respect. But if I ask you and you dead ass don't want to tell me, like, just to not fucking tell me, because you're just like, no, I don't want to fucking tell you. Why not? For no reason. Like, I just don't want to tell you. Like, that's so stupid to me. So I feel like if I was a bigger YouTuber, I would tell people around how much money I make, so that way people like right now I make probably 100, like off of YouTube I make probably $100 every 6 months. So that actually it's changed a little bit, so now it's $100 every 4 months. So that's only because, and that can fluctuate. Sometimes it takes a little bit more, sometimes it takes a little bit less. So I haven't been paid from YouTube in like a few months, so I think I should be receiving another $100 check next month. So we'll see. So it's not a whole lot. YouTube doesn't bring in a whole lot at all. So that's why I'm like working so many other things. Let's see. What is your favorite anime so far? I've already answered that. Let's see. Will I get out of timeout when you hit 1K? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Let's see. Jay, what's your favorite NBA team? I don't have a favorite NBA team. It was the Boston Celtics until I realized I really don't like Boston. I just really don't. Boston, Massachusetts is such a racist state. But I've always wanted to go, but there's just like so many races there. And the only reason why I know that is because of friends that have gone. My mom has gone. Family members have gone. And they're just like, yeah, it's like way racist there, dude. Like, don't go. Phantom Ask, are you gay? No. Unfortunately, I'm not. I feel like my life would be a lot better if I was gay, because I would care about a lot less shit. Like, when I look at Sky Williams, like, Sky Williams has a lot of stress going on in his life, but I feel like if I was gay, like, my life would just be so much better. I would get more acting jobs. I would be more ambitious to do things, because you have to be very ambitious to take a dick in the ass. Let's be real. Like, you got to have a lot of courage to suck a dick and be a dude. And that takes so, like, all of the gay people that I know, dude, they are just, like, the shit. They really are. They're the best people to hang around. They're very, like, meticulous about a lot of things. They have the best time. They throw the best parties. They really fucking do. So, you know, like, I feel like being gay would be a very great benefit to my life. But unfortunately, I'm not gay. I just don't feel that way. I'm not rocking the boat if you do. Right on. So, would you smash Fiona Gallagher? Absolutely. The character and Emmy Rossum. Absolutely. Oh my God. I would not pull out of Emmy Rossum. Like, I would just make a mess inside that girl. Are you kidding me? She's just so freaking... For you guys who don't know who Emmy Rossum is, let me pull it up for you guys. I know a lot of you guys do, but some people don't. So, this is Emmy Rossum right here. I would just make a mess in this girl. Like, it would... no pull out required whatsoever. I would just decimate her. It would just be over. Like, it would just be disgusting. So, yeah. Absolutely. Can I ask you anything? Absolutely, Plank. You can ask me whatever you want. Thanks for the question, Gohan. Let's see. J-Dog says, what is your favorite TV show of all time? It's a tie between Ballers and House of Lies, because those are two of my favorite ones, because they star somebody that I really respect as an African-American actor. Well, I guess The Rock counts, kind of, sort of. He's like Samoan and black, so... I'm going to count it for this specific situation. But it definitely takes like this, not a rags to riches type of story, but it shows that enough hard work pays off and you can make it fucking rich. Doesn't matter what skin tone your color is. So the market doesn't care. So anyway, let's see. What's your favorite place to eat in California? In-N-Out. I love In-N-Out. There's a couple of smaller restaurants that I go to that are mom and pop places that like you guys would totally like be able to find where I live if I told you where they were. So like even though like a lot of people that follow me on Twitter and stuff be like, hey, I know where you live and stuff like that, it's just like that's one of my fears is like to get DDoS. Because there was one guy who actually like released my address where I used to live. He like released that shit like, and I'm like, dude, why the fuck? He released my phone number, my email addresses, the email addresses, phone number, and addresses of some of my friends. And I was like, you're a fucking asshole. So then again, I told that guy, I was just like, cool, you know where I live. Pull up at my house. He was like, well, don't joke like that. I was like, come through the front gate, bro. Come through the front gate. There's like, where I live is literally the fucking projects. You're not getting in here. It's not fucking happening. Like, even if you do, people are just going to look at you mad suspicious. Besides, you don't know what I keep in this house. So, you know, you might be in trouble when you come to my house, when you pay JustJaySama a visit. So be careful. Let's see. At what age did you realize you got to start paying for your own stuff? 13. Right around 13, it was a really, really crucial part of my life. There was a huge shift because of my terrible, terrible behavior that had me end up in a situation where I almost at the cost of my freedom. So right after that, my dad gave me like a $20 a week allowance and I had to make that work. So I had to keep that $20 a week for school lunch, for food after school, for snacks, for anything that I wanted to buy. I couldn't buy video games and stuff like that unless I saved up my money. So really, that's where I became a hustler. So, you know, I took that $20 and flipped it to 40, made 40 to 80, 80 to 160, and so on and so forth. So, you know, when did you get your first job? My first job was this GameStop that's literally down the street from my house. None of the people that I know still work there. I was like... This was back when they had like SGA, LGA, and they're game advisors. So they would have me come in like during school work, like school hours and stuff like that. It was basically service learning, but we got paid. So, and it also was towards like school graduation and stuff like that. So, and then my second job was at this arcade. So that was a lot of fun. But I've also had other internships before I even had a job. So technically those would be it. Who were your heroes growing up? People that helped motivate and inspire you. There's a lot of movie stars. Like, a lot of movie stars, man. I really, 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 really wanted to be like... I thought Johnny Depp was, like, a really good, like person to aspire to be because he was just... He played so many goddamn characters. Like, so many characters that were so pivotal to my life. There's a lot of voice actors I like who really, really, like... All right, Dogan, I'll catch you later, man. Thanks for stopping by, bro. There's a lot of voice actors who really, really, really helped mold me as a person, like, just because of some of the positions that they played, a lot of video games and stuff like that. So I wouldn't even say it's, like, been one specific person. But I feel like as an adult now, it would be, like, Dwayne Johnson. That's my guy. King Batch is somebody I definitely look up to because these are people that are literally themselves and they get paid for it. So... That's like something I'm very envious of. So I'll be on Discord just hopping off the stream. All right, bro. Let's see. What's the most familiar gaming system you've ever had? I assume that's the one that I like the most. It would probably be my PlayStation 3, obviously. Like my PlayStation 3 next to my PC. Like that was a very crucial time. My PlayStation 3 has been with me through fucking everything, man. Like my first couple of breakups, my like depression, suicide, you know, spell or two, like both me and some people that I've known. A lot of that stuff, man, like, yo, having video games, like if I wasn't a gamer, I don't know how I would have made it through a lot of my life. Like a lot of shit is just super stressful and I'm glad I have video games to like really cope with a lot of stuff. Are you going to act brand new because of the K? So obviously he's talking about the 1K. No, Kami Senin. I am to you because you get on my nerves from time to time. But no, I'm not going to act brand new. Let's see. Next, Ziggy asks, what's your career path? So once again, I want to do stand-up comedy, try to go into acting. If not, try to make movies. If not, try to go into marketing. If not, try to go into production. If not, try to stay a YouTuber. If not, sell drugs. So let's see. Deacon asks another silly ass question. How do you feel about the unrest in multiple parts of the world due to the election of Donald J. Trump? Deacon, what is up with these questions? Also, do you think that this election will have a preliminarily bad outlook on the rest of the world's economy? Yes and yes. I think because of the election of Donald J. Trump, more positive things are going to happen after this first 4 years than negative things, because now the bar has been set so low that you can be president that you literally, like, before it was one of those things where when you were a kid, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be the president. Oh, you can definitely do that if you put your mind to it. You can do it if you believe in yourself. Like, nobody really thought that because all the presidents were white until a black one came along. So now, to little black kids everywhere, to like, I really want to see an African American woman be president. That would be lit. That would be very progressive, because I feel like women bring a lot more stuff to the table than men can, just because they think differently. So, really, this sets the bar so low that you literally can be president if you want. Anybody can fucking become president. I want to see Philip DeFranco be president. I wouldn't mind seeing Kanye be president. Maybe not Kanye. He makes bad decisions. Dwayne The Rock Johnson can definitely be president, because he was talking about something, like, there was an interview or something he was doing for, not Moana, but I think it was like whatever movie was after that or something, where, like, it was like, would you ever consider running for president? He was like, yeah, I don't see why not. Can you be my dad? Absolutely not, but I'll continue to be a father figure to you all. Let's see. And to answer the rest of Deacon's questions, let's see. Also, do you think this election will have a preliminary bad outlook? Yes, because now we're kind of I would like to say, just because I don't agree with a lot of the views that Donald Trump has, I would say that we're looked at very differently. Like, before, it was one of those things where, like, when you leave the country and you're going international, a lot of people don't fuck with Americans. They just don't. They're just like, oh, you're American? Like, oh, I see. Like, you kind of get this, like, stank eye look when you go to other countries and stuff like that. Or you're, like, obviously that's portrayed in a lot of anime and cartoons and stuff, so you guys can see that. But I feel like now it's just we're just a laughing stock, because our election was such a huge thing. And it's a meme. It was blown way out of fucking proportion. I could understand if it was just another election and it was just like, oh, this person is president or this person is president. Kind of like a George W. Bush, Al Gore type of thing, where it was just like, it was big. It was a big deal on a world scale. But this was just unanimously a fucking meme across the board. So it's like, it's pointless. So let's see. My favorite color, black, obviously. Dark blue. I like blue. I like purples. I don't really have a favorite color, because that's so weird. What made you start YouTube and why? That would be Freddie Wong, so I've already answered that. Why are you such a real ass goon? I'm a real ass goon because I learned how to be a fake ass goon, and I didn't like it. So let's see. Yo, it just dawned on me. You would be perfect feature on Niga Higa. Oh yeah, I dare you. Yeah, actually, Zach, if you can get a bunch of people to tweet that, I would love to do a video with Ryan Higa. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. I'm not subscribed to him anymore because I don't know why. Let's see. If I get you a plug, would you, though? Absolutely, bro. Yeah, if you can make that happen, I would definitely do it. I would make it a regular thing. I would try to make it a series with him. So, why are you such a real-ass goon? Yeah, it's because I learned how to be a fake-ass goon, and I don't know how to do anything else but be me. So, you watching March Madness? Absolutely not. So I'm not gonna respond to the rest of that, because I'm not into college basketball. I don't like college anything, because I just feel like there's too many teams. Will you read Anima? By the way, shout out if liked. I don't know what Anima is, but I'll definitely look it up. Chikizi said that would be hype. Yeah, it would. Last podcast, you said that you like Teen Titans Go, but seeing the changes Cartoon Network has made... Jesus, what is up with these goddamn political questions? Seeing the changes that Cartoon Network has made, do you think we will see the same animation style in other shows from the last generation, such as K&D, Ed, Ed, and Eddy, etc.? I feel like everything has, like, trends. Everything goes in a specific flow. Right now, you have a lot of shows making comebacks. Dragon Ball Z made a comeback. Naruto made some type of comeback, I guess you could say, because it was, like, down in the dumps with Shippuden for a while and just skyrocketed with, like, oh yeah, the popularity. You see Invader Zim coming back. Samurai Jack is coming back. They're rebooting a lot of anime. Cyborg 009 got rebooted. They're trying to do this Yu Yu Hakusho 20th and 25th anniversary thing with new animation. So a lot of stuff is making comebacks. So I feel like a lot of these trends are like on a roller coaster, some ups, some downs. So I don't know what we may see. We may see a lot more gory shows. We may see Toonami just skyrocket from here because of Samurai Jack and bringing back anime and all this other stuff. I don't know if you guys know this, but Cartoon Network as a whole owns 3 subsidiaries. Well, there's obviously more than that, but there's 3 major ones. There's Cartoon Network, Toonami, and Adult Swim. So Adult Swim at one point in time was almost so popular that they got their own channel. And there's also Boomerang. So Boomerang is all of the old 1970s, 1980s, 1990s cartoons and stuff. So you see the Flintstones, the Jetsons, stuff like that. Scooby-Doo, you know, like the old Scooby-Doo episodes. The Smurfs. So you see a lot of those Looney Tunes on that channel. So Boomerang is big enough to hold its own because it has enough content to continuously post rerun after rerun after rerun, and it's a very successful channel. But then as time moves on, they're adding like early 2000s cartoons, which kind of fucks it up because I want to watch the Jetsons, I want to watch the Flintstones, but they're not on because Baby Looney Tunes is on, or Total Drama Island is on. Which, why is Total Drama Island on a classic cartoon channel? Because now 10 years has passed and it's a classic cartoon. So yes, Matt, I am very into black excellence. Absolutely. Like there's nothing stronger in the world to me, because as a black man, I feel like seeing other people succeed is like, Will Smith is definitely, that's one of my role models. Seeing Will Smith do things is like, fuck, man. Like, it's so groundbreaking to see that. Did you know that less than 60 years ago, we weren't allowed to do anything? 60 years. There are people older than the age of 60. I can understand if the civil rights movement was more than 100 years ago. This shit was like 40, 50 years ago, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, we didn't have rights not too long ago. So the fact that we're not only, we went from having nothing to less than 100 years later having a black fucking president, bro, that is just, it's astounding. And it's one thing, like, I would like to see it as if it's not race, but systematically it is race. Like, a lot of things are based on race. Otherwise, why, when you fill out like an application on something, do they want you to check your race? Why does that fucking matter? I don't understand. Aren't we all like the human race? Shouldn't that fucking matter? But because other people play in that type of court, they play ball that type of way where it's just like, white people will stick up for other white people, Mexican people will stick up for other Mexican people, and Hispanic people, and all this other stuff. Especially like seeing Jewish people, like, because I hang around a lot of Jewish people, I know a lot of Jewish people. The Jewish community is very strong. I wish black people were like that. I really wish, like, when one black person succeeds, they bring up the entire community. But unfortunately, we do have so many negative people in multiple versions of our community. That's why people like to separate black people from niggas. Like, people separate those two things a lot. So it's like you can't bring one up without the other World Star Hip Hop videos like fucking everything up. So, you know, it's like being Middle Eastern and being really good at something, but then it's just like you get like this blanket statement from people like, oh, all Middle Eastern people are terrorists. It's like, what? Like, huh? How did you even fucking get that? That doesn't even make any sense. So, you know, I'm very, very strong when it comes to black excellence. It's nothing greater in the world to me, honestly. So, let's see. Next we have, I do think a lot of cartoons are going in a big cycle, so who knows what we might see next. Let's see. The next batch of questions: ass, tits, or thighs. Let's see. Is Naruto trash? Yes or yes? Yes, it is, unfortunately. Part 1 is dope, though. You good, fam? Yes, I am. Let's see. What's your most familiar gaming system? First game you absolutely hated or just felt was a waste of your money? Oh, man. I feel like my biggest purchase as an adult was purchasing Destiny. Obviously, there were games before that were just like shit games, but they were just like games that I didn't pay for. So I feel like my first personal offended game was like Assassin's Creed 3. That might be it. Like, there's a lot of games that are, but there's a lot of games that, like, it was a good experience that I played them, but the games were just shit. So seeing people succeed in general is amazing. So let's see. When did you first when did you find your first Playboy out in the wild? I actually stole my first Playboy. There was the high school I went to was right next to like this like newsstand, and sometimes like once a month I would go by and I would just like be looking at magazines and I would steal one. And so that's how I got my first Playboy. That's how I got my first Hustler. Actually, the only Playboy I currently own is the one with Kim Kardashian in it. That's the only Playboy. That's a lie. I have another one with Amanda Cerny, I think, because I bought that online. It was like $2. Because that's not a commodity yet. But the one with Kim Kardashian goes for a couple of $100, so I might sell that actually. When did you come home from the jungle after being shipped shipped out to never return? I don't know how to respond to that. That was probably like, I guess right out of my mom's womb, I guess. I don't know. First love, or at least first interesting story about a girl and how you dealt with it. Man, that's a tough one because I feel like I've had a lot of like quote unquote first loves, but there was this one girl who put me in the friend zone for so fucking long, and like she would have boyfriend after boyfriend after boyfriend, and like a couple of them have cheated on her, and like they like hit her and all this other stuff, and I was like, girl, like why don't you just take your boy off the bench, okay, get me out the friend zone, and let's start dating. And after I don't know how long we like wanted to give it a shot, but it just I immediately knew it wasn't going to work out, and I was like, you know what, we should just like, I didn't tell her like we should stay friends. I just never made a further move on her. And then during the second year of high school, she straight up told me to my face, she was like, yeah, we can't be friends anymore. And I was like, what? Like, I talk to you every day. You're my best friend. Like, you're the person that I talk to all the time. I don't talk to anybody else but you suddenly can't be friends with me. And she never has ever explained it at all. And that was I graduated in 2010. That was in like 2007, 2008. She just said we couldn't be friends anymore. Well, I think it was like, 2007, 2008, right around there. She said we couldn't be friends anymore. And it was like devastating to me because it was like losing my fucking right hand. And I didn't have a whole lot of friends at the time. And the friends that I did hang around with, they were just not very supportive. They were like, oh, she didn't like you anyway, blah, 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 fuck that bitch, blah, blah. And it's just like, but guys, like, I really like this chick. Like, she was my best friend and everything. Now, fast forward 9 years, guess who has 3 kids, a boyfriend who doesn't look like he does anything for a living. Maybe she's happy. I don't know. I don't talk to her. But she suddenly hit me up on Instagram. Hey, how's it going? Blah, 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 blah. Bitch, I'm rich. Get the fuck out of my DMs. Who the fuck you think you are? So, I just, get the fuck out of here, bitch. Like, I have no urge to talk to you. But now I let her follow me on Twitter and on Instagram so she can see your boy shining, okay? She see the views, she see the money, she see the trips. She just sitting there like, God damn it, I should have sucked that black dick. Like, yes, you should have. Because I was really into Hispanic girls back then. So, how can I become Hokage without a mic on Heavenly's chat? That, not my Discord, not my problem. Go ask him. Let's see. Quality's response is you don't. What is the perfect size ass and perfect size boobs? I feel like there is a such thing as too much ass. There has to be like a nice curvature to it. It has to jiggle. I like a booty that moves like jello, but not too much. It's like very firm at the same time. I feel like the perfect titty size is like 32C and above. But like 40 triple D might be a little too much. So those are like just big enough. Let's see. How often do you experience racism? Being biracial and going to a primarily white school, I can get called a nigger sometime. You know what, Matt? That happens, bro. And that is a very shitty situation. I've encountered quite a few racist situations, but I feel like on the grand scheme of things, black excellence, bro. Just try to let that stuff just roll off you. Number one, you're in school. So school, I feel like people are just going to show out just to show out. Nobody's really like, I don't think there's really that many racist people in high school and under. So when you're in college, maybe, but and maybe like the senior year of high school, because, some people are just raised differently. But I feel like for you, bro, just ignore it. The reason why they make fun of you is because they're afraid of you. That's what it is. And it's one of those things where Black Lives Matter is a thing that exists, but you don't see anything about White Lives Matter because it's like they don't, but they do, because the part of the conversation is Black lives. Like yeah, everybody's life does matter, but like there's Black lives are being killed, not everybody across the board. So, you know, like there's a lot more things that you can get done being Black. Like that is something to fear because you have this natural interconnection with people instantaneously. That's like walking past another Black person and just doing this. White people don't necessarily have that. Hey, how you doing, Jim? That's Black people. There's this unspoken bond, even if we don't like each other. Even if we don't know each other, we don't relate to each other, we always have the nod. Like watching the show Blackish, I don't know if you're a fan of that show, but you should definitely watch that. It'll definitely teach you, like, going through life being Black, you are automatically overpowered. Just automatically. Like, people will assume things about you that may be true, may not be true, but you are given the stigma that you are somehow better, but not as good as everybody else. Because a lot of people will be like, oh, you must be good at this because you're Black. That's a great assumption that I'm good at something, but not because I'm Black. So what I suggest you do is you're given a handicap by being, you know, fair skin, by being two-tone, whatever shade of Black that you may be, or Hispanic that somebody else may be. You use your privilege. That's a privilege. Because you know adversity more than anybody else. And just to plug some silly shit, you guys, honestly, buy Black privilege. Because reading this book really just makes you acknowledge, like, it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, everybody's adversity should be turned into privilege. So this is definitely a book that you need to pick up. Without a doubt, this is the only book. Well, actually, there's been several books that I've bought that I felt like helped my life, but this as a Black man, as a hustler, really, like somebody who really wants to get shit done, this is the hustler's Bible right here. That and Gary V's Crush It. So, you know, there's no system. Like, you were born with a handicap, bro. You were born with chains already on you, and you just have to figure out how to take them off, man. So that's just something that you have to deal with, bro. Just, I would say, ignore it. Let it go. They can call you all sorts of nigger, you know, darky, porch monkey, all this other shit. That's cool. That's cool. Why is it that all women around the world just internationally love the Black man? Just think about that. Asian women love Black men. White women love Black men. They really love Black men. They really do. Like, a lot. Hispanic girls, not so much. They like to like date Black guys, but they don't want to bring them home because, like, I don't know, like their parents just like don't approve or something. Like that's just a stereotype that exists. It doesn't exist all the time, but you know what? It's one of those things. Once again, my motto: head down, hustle up, bro. Don't worry about everybody else. Get yours. Get this shit done. I don't know if you're in middle school or in high school or whatever, but yo, middle school, 4 years, depending on, you know, junior high. Some schools operate differently, but you just have to go through those couple of years of babysitting. And then once you get into college, bro, nobody acts like that. And the people that do get made fun of. It's actually, people get bashed, like, for being racist now. They're race shaming. Like, that is a real thing. Never in my, like, wildest dreams did I think somebody would be, like, ashamed for being racist. Like, are you kidding me? We live in such a good time, man. We live in such a good time. So take advantage of your opportunity. Take advantage of your privilege, okay? So, let's see. Matt, I'm sorry to hear about this. Just a word, man. Yeah, it's just a word. Yeah, the nod thing, especially from older people acknowledging the hustle. Not just the hustle, but they acknowledge that you exist. So, you know. Let's see. The answer is fuck all that noise. Give me all the pussy. Let's see. How do you get bitches? That's something that I feel I can't answer because as a man who's in a monogamous relationship, I would have to say just being somebody's friend. I would feel like that's like the best thing ever. Like, if you can figure out a way to get out the friend zone with your best friend, like, figure out how to make those moves. There's plenty of guides all over the internet, but like making your intentions known is like usually the best way to get in. Like, when you feel yourself getting in the friend zone, like, hey, listen, I know you only see me as a friend or whatever, but you know, I think we would be a great couple. If not, no big deal, but like I really like you, we get along, blah 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 blah. It's not that hard. Because the worst thing they could say is no. But then again, in my particular situation, the worst thing that she could have said was no. Now we can no longer be friends. So you know what? That might not be somebody that you want in your life. DC or Marvel? That's a tough choice. Marvel makes better cinematic live action shit. DC makes better animation. Done. That's it. I can't choose. So DC for animation, Marvel for live action. That's it. And then Demonical responded, Studio Bones. Let's see. What do you want to achieve in this life? I want to make a difference. So I don't know how I'm going to make a difference. I want to make a positive impact on the world. So I would definitely like to do that. That would be lit. That would be dope if I can make that happen somehow. What made you the man you are today? Mistakes, failures. That has made me into the person that I am. I've basically done so many things wrong that I know how to do things right. So, I feel like if you're winning all the time, you're not learning. So, the more losses you take, the more lessons you have. If you were a girl with you do porn or show ass for money. What? I assume you're saying if I was a girl, would I do porn for money? No. I would clickbait a lot of stuff, but if I were a woman, I'd probably be doing the exact same thing. I'd just be more popular. I'd have 9,000 people watching today's stream instead of 9 because I have tits. So, not saying that happens to all women, but I'm saying it's like a privilege that exists. Like most women that are pretty that, do stuff like that. Like if Zoe Berger actually provided some value to me as a person, then yeah, I would definitely fucking watch her shit. But unfortunately, all she does is twerk, and she doesn't really like talk much. And when she does talk, it's very awkward. So I just don't dig it. And Robin asked for the last question, Jay, do I get Gravity Rush Remastered or Gravity Rush 2? Robin, the answer is don't get either of them. Save your money to get both of them later. Thank you guys for watching. I'm your boy JustJaySama. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because clearly I'm parched, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry. I need to get something to eat, and we have no food in the house. Thank you guys for showing up to the stream and putting up with my bullshit for so long. Thank you guys for 1,000 subs. I literally cannot thank you guys enough. The hoodies are going to be going out this month. The new intro is going to be available. I'm going to show it for you guys in the stream, but don't tell anybody, okay? So here we go. Let me go ahead and go to YouTube real quick. Let me show you guys this. This is what we're going to end on. YouTube.com/live dashboard. No, we'll just go to youtube.com. And then we'll go to my page. I'm actually losing my voice from talking so much that I actually have to drink something. So we'll go to my page real quick. I'm going to show you guys this. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like the Q&A. I try to make it as fun as possible. I try to answer everything. But this is version 6. I hope you guys really enjoy it. I'm going to shut the fuck up now, okay? So you guys can watch it. I'm going to loop it twice. I hope you guys enjoy, okay?
Bad and bullshit. Bad.